What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of hashtag Pow Pow Ask BGTV. Thank you for your questions. Let's jump right into it. First question, was that the first question?
That's the first question.
First question is from Milka Namana. I never know how to pronounce it.
Is that how it is?
I don't know. Do you guys meditate? If so, how much in a week, for how long at a time would you share your knowledge with this topic?
Yes, great question, actually.
Actually, her name is Amelia, so we're going to call you Amelia from now on.
Okay, we'll just try to remember that. Anyway, about meditation, yes, we definitely do meditate, but I think that we do it in sort of a different way than most people think of meditation. We don't just sit still with our eyes closed and try to think about nothing, but for us, it's more of like an active meditation, and you can think of it more like envisioning what you want for your life. So we think of working out as a sort of meditation. You're meditating on how you want your body to change. Or, you know, when you're reading or doing research, you're meditating on how you want your business to go, something like that. Greg XD would like to know, do you increase the amount of food when your weight increases, protein or carbohydrates, in order to grow, and in what amount?
Yeah, so you definitely do. So if you're looking to add mass, so add muscle, you would pick out what your weight is that you want to be. So if you're 175 and you want to get to 185, you need to eat like you want to get to 185. So pick that 185 and build your macros around that number there. Mm-hmm. Okay, next question comes from Amelia again. Hello, you guys. You seem to be on the same page for everything. Synchronized perfection. Wondering if there's anything fitness or nutrition that you disagree on. I love this question.
That is a great question, yeah, because I think it does come across that we agree on all things, but honestly, we do agree on most things, and I think that's why we're together, is because when I discovered him on YouTube, I was like, dude, I agree with everything. Yeah. If I had to pick out one thing that we disagree on, I think it would be with nutrition related, and it would be with grains, because obviously you guys know Brad is anti-grain, but I still love oatmeal, and I love Ezekiel bread, and I love rice, and so I still include some of those items in my diet, whereas he disagrees.
Yeah, well, it's not that I disagree, it's just I find there's better alternatives out there. You're not going to be obese eating oatmeal and Ezekiel bread, but there's better sources of calories in my opinion.
So Miriam7894 wants to know, in the latest video, Jessica said that soy is not healthy. I did say that. But I've been drinking soy milk instead of regular milk because I thought it was a healthier option. I also did some research, and Dr. Oz said soy is a good, healthy option. And it isn't dangerous for the heart like most people think. So I'm all confused, and I thought I made a good choice, but can you please explain why you are against consuming soy?
Okay, we'll make this simple. I've done videos on this, so go check out my website. Just put soy in there, put it on YouTube, it'll pop up. But number one, soy is a very cheap food to produce. Number two, it's been shown to be really put your hormones out of control, so out of balance, estrogen-wise. Three, it's a very cheap source of protein, so it's not very good for protein, even though it says there's protein on there. Number four, it's very highly GMO'd. Number five, because it's so GMO'd, there's a lot of pesticides and everything else in it. So that's the simple answer. Better sources of calories out there. So there's some special interests out there that are pumping money into the soy industry because it's very profitable. So you just kind of have to roll back the covers a little bit and look into it a little bit, but you know, that's our opinion. We have no special interest in telling you not to eat soy. We're not sponsored by almond milk. We're not sponsored by anybody else. So we're just trying to look out for your best interests and ours. Next question from Q2 Foo. I'm almost done with the Live Lean 15 workout plan. What do you suggest for me to do next?
Well, even though that's Brad's program that you're doing, I recommend that you look through our store page. If you go to bradgouthrofitness.com/store, you can see a whole list of all the programs he's created, and just pick whichever one looks most exciting to you, or which one aligns with your next goal.
It really depends on what your goals are. So if you don't have access to gym equipment, I can't tell you a program with gym equipment. So I need a little more information, but if I was to say I was going to take you from Live Lean 15, you really want to progress, I would put you up to Afterburn after that.
Minhee Park would like to know, thanks for your endless advices for people who want to live lean. You're so welcome. Here is my question. Jess said that soy protein is one of the worst foods for living lean, but I wonder, some articles, you know, yada yada, is soy bad?
So we just talked about it a couple questions ago, so the same answer for your question is that. And W says, Brad, I know you've done in-depth on calculating your individual calorie needs based on your BMR and activity level. How many calories do you and Jessica shoot for every day?
Okay, well, that's a really good question. I weigh about 130 pounds and Brad's like 175-ish. So, you know, for me, and we both have different metabolism styles. We tend to both be pretty fast metabolisms because we work out so frequently. I would say I go for roughly 1,700 to 1,900 calories a day. And
yeah,
for you?
I'm 2,600 calories.
Yeah.
But I don't sit there and measure out my food anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We did in the beginning, and I've been on all sorts of different diets. When I first started, it was 1,500, and then I've been on other ones where it's 2,400, trying to put on muscle mass. So it depends on your current goal, but I would say we're both in maintenance mode currently, and so those are roughly our caloric aimings. Flipping Fitness would like to know, I love your stuff. Okay, working out on video to you both is awesome. However, I know it isn't the same as working out with you guys in person. How about you both come to Minnesota and you would love the snow? I need to meet my idols at some point.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Sounds awesome.
We'll go to a Minnesota Wild hockey game and count me in from that.
No, we'll totally go. Just send us a couple of plane tickets and we'll be there next week.
Yeah, but whenever you're in LA, give us a shout and we will get you out for a workout. So
because we
come visit us.
Our fans as much as you would love to meet your idols, we'd love to meet our fans. So definitely touch base whenever you're in town.
And the last question comes from Hannah Young. Hannah says, "Hi Bede and Jess."
Bede.
Call me Bede for now. What is your opinion on CrossFit? I've tried all sorts of training methods and recently tried CrossFit. Just wondering what you think.
Well, I've done CrossFit a handful of times. Brad has never tried a CrossFit class.
I've never been to a CrossFit box before.
Not to the official box.
I've done a CrossFit workout before, but not to an official box.
Right. So I would say our opinion on CrossFit is that we love the exercises they use, like things like pull-ups, hanging leg raises, snatches, clean and press. All of those moves, you know, we include in our workout plans. But the one downfall of CrossFit is that they do everything for time and speed, which is not really something we condone because it tends to lead to a lot of injury, so we don't think it's really worth the risk.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're doing with good form, then by all means. By
all means, yeah. Some of the CrossFit superstars are killing it.
But they are very good with their techniques, so that's the difference. So if you throw a beginner in there and you get them doing snatches and hang cleans and everything else.
On the clock?
On the clock.
It's dangerous.
It's just a recipe for disaster, but for me, I love the CrossFit style workouts, the exercises, but just like Jess said, that aspect of it with beginners, a little bit iffy. All right, so thanks you for your questions. Everybody kept them pretty to the point.
Yeah,
so thanks for that.
You did real good.
Yeah, and if you do have your questions and they haven't been answered yet, we have a whole pile. We're going to get to them. Hashtag them, ask BGTV. Make sure you do that or they're not going to get answered.
That's important.
And we'll see you at the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys. Love you.